This next story takes place at a gas station in Nebraska. Over the course of 7 months, one woman managed to exploit a glitch to obtain nearly $28,000 worth of free gas. The Nebraska woman discovered a glitch at her local gas station that allowed her to pump gas without paying a dime. The incident took place at Lincoln's Pump and Pantry. Police say a software update at the pumps allowed people to swipe their rewards card twice, triggering the pump into a test mode. In this condition, gas flowed freely without any charge. This clever trick was spotted by the gas station's loss prevention manager. He noticed that one particular rewards card kept popping up repeatedly, always resulting in free gas. Intrigued, the manager began investigating further by reviewing the surveillance footage. It captured the same woman refueling her vehicle multiple times for free, as if nothing was unusual. By tracing the information linked to the rewards card, police were able to identify the suspect. According to court records, her card had been used more than 500 times over a 7-month period before the station finally fixed the problem. The cost of her scheme was staggering. The gas station estimates that a total of 7,413.59 gallons of gas were pumped using that one rewards card. The total dollar loss was more than $27,800. But the woman didn't just keep the gas for herself. Police discovered that she was also selling the gas to another person. When this other individual was contacted by officers, she claimed that the suspect would let her use the card to get discounted fuel. According to the arrest affidavit, the arrangement was that the woman would pay for the gas, but at a significantly reduced price. In total, police believe that this second woman paid the woman around $500 for $700 worth of gas over 10 uses. However, given the vast amount of gas pumped, it's also reasonable to believe that she likely had other customers as well. So for 7 months, she enjoyed the benefits of free gas, likely living a life free from the burden of rising fuel prices. But eventually, her actions caught up with her. In the end, she was arrested and charged with 1 count of felony theft by unlawful taking. Her bond was set at 10% of $7,500. This story serves as a reminder that while glitches and loopholes might seem like an easy way to get ahead, they almost always come with consequences. What seemed like a clever scheme ended up getting this woman into serious legal trouble and potential jail time. In this story, we unravel the shocking events that took place at a Papa John's in Sammamish, Washington. What started as a simple tip-off turned into a massive drug bust involving pizza, undercover operations, and a code name, Operation Extra Olives. Police in Washington received alarming tips that employees at the Papa John's location in Sammamish were selling pizzas with more than just toppings. It also came with a special order. That special order included Coke, but not the kind you drink. According to police, employees were suspected of selling cocaine. An employee at Papa John's said she noticed some of her coworkers indulging in drinks late at night after the manager had left for the day. But that wasn't all. On several occasions, she observed 2 employees locking themselves in the bathroom for extended periods. When they finally came out, she said they were wiping their noses, fueling her suspicions that they were using cocaine in the restroom. The police took these tips seriously and began an investigation that covered several months. During that time, they learned that the transactions involved requesting extra olives on your pizza order. This was a signal for an employee to then go out to the parking lot to complete the deal. Then they would hand over the pizza with cocaine in the box. The King County Sheriff's Office, in collaboration with the police department in Sammamish, used undercover detectives to purchase cocaine from the employees on multiple occasions. Since detectives would request their pizza with extra olives, the codename for the investigation was Operation Extra Olives. Police also learned that when the drug dealers ran out of stock, they directed the undercover detectives to other drug dealers in the area. Following these leads, they were able to purchase drugs from these new contacts as well. Detectives from the Sammamish and Bellevue police departments, together with the King County Sheriff's Office, executed search and arrest warrants. They also used cocaine swabs to detect the presence of the drug on surfaces throughout the restaurant. The results were staggering. Cocaine residue was found on various surfaces, including the cash register and the sanitary wash areas. The Seattle and King County Public Health Department stepped in to assist in cleaning up the restaurant until no cocaine was detected. The authorities seized a significant amount of contraband: cocaine, ecstasy, marijuana, oxycodone, LSD, meth, and $28,000 in cash. 2 men, aged 21 and 26, were arrested in Bellevue. Additionally, 3 friends of the Papa John's employees were apprehended on suspicion of selling drugs to undercover detectives. These individuals included an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, and another 18-year-old who later turned himself in. Papa John's issued a swift response. A corporate spokesperson stated, "Papa John's has zero tolerance for this type of offensive and illegal behavior." The franchisee confirmed that the employees involved were no longer employed, and the store reopened only after working with public health officials to ensure thorough sanitation. One shocked customer said it best: "When you buy a pizza, you shouldn't have to worry about whether it's going to be covered in cocaine. Times have certainly changed." This unbelievable story unfolded in Houston, Texas. It's about 3 young boys who have been dubbed the Little Rascals by Houston police. Instead of playing games with their friends or watching television like other kids their age, these 3 boys had other ideas. The trio walked into a Houston branch of a Wells Fargo bank. But it wasn't to deposit money from their paper route. Rather, these boys showed up to rob the bank. According to Houston police, the boys passed a threatening note to a teller, demanding money. The teller, fearing for their safety, complied, and the boys fled on foot with an undisclosed amount of cash. The local FBI office confirmed that these kids were wanted for robbing the Wells Fargo Bank in Houston. An image posted on X showed the boys wearing hoodies during the robbery inside the bank's lobby. Of course, bank robbers this young will always get a lot of attention. So it's no surprise that the parents of the boys came forward and identified them after their photos were released. And the fact that they weren't smart enough to wear masks and hide their faces made them easy to identify. The Harris County Sheriff's Office announced that the youngsters were in custody and had been charged with robbery by threat. Due to their ages, no additional information was released, and the Sheriff's Office remained tight-lipped about the details. At such young ages, 11, 12, and 16, these boys are among the youngest bank robbers in recent history. Hopefully, these boys will learn from this reckless act. Meanwhile, the community is left to ponder how such young individuals could be drawn into committing such a serious crime. It makes you wonder whether they were inspired by popular video games like Grand Theft Auto. But as we all know, life is not a video game, and actions have real consequences.